following program contains the opinions of its host and guests, not those of this network. The opinions expressed are for non-commercial informational purposes only. Listeners are cautioned not to rely on program content to treat or prevent disease, but are advised to consult with a licensed healthcare professional where they live for diagnosis and treatment of disease.
And now, the superstar of alternative health and purveyor of medical truth, Dr. Joel Wallach.
Hello and welcome to Dead Doctors Don't Lie. Dr. Joel Wallach, your host, a veterinarian and physician. And I'm here for kids and baby boomers and seniors who don't want to die at 75.5 like their parents and grandparents. I'm here for kids and baby boomers and seniors who don't want to be sick and miserable for the last 15 to 20 years of their life like their parents and grandparents. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Again, that's toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Well, there's places on America that, spike this corona thing, and there's places in the world which spike in this corona thing. I think I figured out why Michigan, that little state of Michigan in the middle of the country, why they have the highest rate of new infections and the highest rate of deaths. Okay. They've been doing that, for the last 4, 5, 6 months. And so what's going on here? Well, they have the highest number of microbreweries. Just about everybody has a microbrewery in their basement in Minnesota. No, let me take that back. Michigan. And as a result, everybody's drinking wheat, butter, and oats. Of course, they eat spaghetti and they eat pizza crust and they have pancakes and waffles and French toast and on and on and on, and bread of all kinds, bread and everything. And so I think this is why, because they're eating all that gluten and it's killing the villi in their intestines, and they don't, all supplement. We have a small group, with Charmaine's bunch up there, the supplement. But the entire state of Michigan doesn't supplement. So lack of supplementation, eating lots of gluten, the microbreweries, I think this is the reason why Michigan has such a high rate of new cases every day and a high rate of deaths. Then we got to look at, India, with about the same population as China, maybe just a few thousand people less than China, 1.4 billion people, okay, and they started spiking big time. China has just short of 5,000 dead, and India has 184,657 dead. India has just short of 16 million infections, which is about half the number of infections we have, 32 million infections. India has 16 million infections, and China has 101,000. Okay, they don't even have 500 million infections. Okay. And so what's the difference? Well, China is, a classic Asian country, and they live on maize, corn, rice, sweet potatoes, beans, squash, and seaweed. You get a lot of minerals from the seaweed that goes to their bone marrow, which helps them build white blood cells and antibodies and red blood cells and platelets to help go kill and eat the viruses. In India, they have 29 states. I went through the World Health Organization stuff to figure all this out. They have 29 states. The 9 northern states live on nothing but wheat, butter, and oats. They drink it, they eat it, and they have 95% of the deaths and 87% of the infections. The southern 20 states and 7 territories in India have 5% of the deaths and 14% in the infections because they live on maize, rice, beans, squash, and seaweed. Okay, which the seaweed, of course, has the minerals in it which go to their bone marrow and help them make the red blood cells, the platelets, the white blood cells, the cavalry and the Marines that go kill and eat the viruses and the antibodies. And so they have kind of 2 different eating habits there. And it's 30% of the states, the 9 northern states, have 95% of the deaths and 86% of the infections. Okay? And this is very clear. It's just a dietary difference because India, like China, is very homogeneous people. They're not different people, but they eat differently because during the First and Second World War, the English and other European states were in India, particularly northern India, and so they could fight the battle in Europe and Asia and so forth. And they introduced wheat, brown, and rye oats to the northern Indians, and so that's where that all happened. And so I just can't push this enough. Whether you decide to get the vaccination or not, that's up to you. But if you want to maximize the benefit of the vaccination, you got to get rid of all the bad foods. No fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no gluten, no wheat, brown, rye oats, no sugar. So you can maximize absorption of the nutrients. You got to supplement with a heavy hammer. 1 healthy brain and heart pack per 100 pounds of body weight. I would also throw in 3 of our MSM tablets per 100 twice a day per 100 pounds of body weight, so you can support and promote maintenance repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc, between vertebrae, bone matrix, which includes also the bone marrow, which makes all these defensive cells and materials and antibodies and so forth. And again, just always remember that vaccinations do not kill the viruses, bacteria, fungus, or yeast. Vaccinations just alert your body to the bad DNA and RNA, so when the bug appears, your bone marrow releases all these cells and antibodies and red blood cells and platelets and white blood cells to go kill and eat the virus. But if you're eating gluten, you cannot absorb the nutrition that the bone marrow requires to pull this off. And so the vaccine without supplementation, the vaccine without a clean diet and avoidance of gluten is only going to give you partial results. Some people don't get any results, and they say, well, my mom had both vaccinations, and 6 weeks later she died of the COVID. How'd that happen? Well, that's because she's eating oatmeal for breakfast every morning. And so you got to pay attention to those details. And so when you go down through and compare all of the Asian countries versus European countries of the same size, same populations, the Asian countries always win when it comes to pandemics and things like that. Okay, because they're living on rice and sweet potatoes and beans and squash and seaweed, and the European countries are living on wheat, brown, rye, and oats. For instance, let's just look at the UK. England has 67 million people, and you look at Thailand with 67 million people. Germany has 4.4, almost 4.4 million infections, 127,000 dead. Thailand has 29,000 infections, only 95 dead. It's a diet. Back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. You ever had trouble getting in? I do have an open line today. Call us on the priority line, 831-685-1080. Or call us toll-free, 888-379-2552. Lines open.
Aromatherapy oils have been prized by ancient cultures for thousands of years. Longevity's ancient legacy, true aromatherapy, is no exception. Essential oils are the fragrant life essence from plants that are gently removed through the process of steam distillation. Longevity's ancient legacy essential oils are of the purest concentrations from the most respected and ethical distillers worldwide. Many ancient legacy oils come directly from families in the East which have been distilling essential oils for over 100 years. Keep Ancient Legacy's tea tree oil in your medicine chest for first aid. Tea tree oil is great for soothing the itching and stinging associated with insect bites, burns, scrapes, and other skin irritations. It's also effective as an antiseptic. To learn more about aromatherapy and essential oils, contact your local Longevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about business opportunities.
If you're the type of person who likes to volunteer and help others, this should interest you. What better way to help people than to help them with improved health? Longevity has been helping people promote optimal health, among others, for decades. Our approach to health is drastically different than medical doctors, who mostly only treat symptoms. As a veterinarian, Dr. Joel Wallach discovered that many common disease states are actually preventable and reversible. Our mission is to help people achieve overall health and wellness, and to help educate others to achieve optimal wellness as well. And here's the best part. While helping people with their health and wellness, you'll also be able to build your very own home-based business. For more information, contact your local Longevity associate. And don't forget to ask about the home-based business opportunity.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie, with the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Longevity, 90 for Life Crusade. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll free, 1-888-379-2552. Again, that's toll free, 1-888-379-2552. And don't forget, you cannot get everything you need just by eating well. When a doctor says, oh, don't waste your money on vitamins and minerals, just eat well, you're going to get everything you need. What he's saying is, listen, I've got kids in college and I need the tuition money, so don't take your vitamins and minerals. Okay, that's what he's saying. And so you have to appreciate that you're responsible for your own health. Okay, the medical system primarily manages disease. They manage disease. They don't really prevent and cure disease. And so you have to be in on that. And that's why we came out with the 4 books. You know, it used to be the trilogy books. Now it's the quartet of books. Let's Play Doctor, Let's Play Herbal Doctor, Passport to Aromatherapy, and it's all in your head. It goes into like 600 different diseases, okay, and tells you what to do to prevent them, how to get rid of them, and so forth. What tests you need to do to monitor yourself, and so you know if you're getting better or getting worse, and so on. And many of these tests are like $1.50 for a test strip. You don't need a prescription to go to the pharmacy and get the test strip. For $1.50, they come in bottles of 3 and 5 and 10 and so forth. And you can do your own blood pressure. You don't need to go to a doctor to see if you're obese, if you're 25 pounds over your ideal for weight. Use a home scale or a scale in your pharmacy. And if you're 25 pounds over your ideal weight, guess what? You're obese. And so you need to deal with all this. Eat like an Asian. I've been doing that for 73 years. Okay? Eating like an Asian. Absolutely no gluten. Okay? Rice, sweet potatoes. I had sweet potatoes and butter for breakfast this morning along with some wild rice. I had my 3 poached eggs with soft yolks. I also had my smoked Alaska sockeye salmon. And then I had, of course, all my supplements and so on. And so I've been doing this for like 73 years. Most people don't realize that I'm 82 years old, but I look like I'm 45 or 50 and have the activity level of that. I don't have any pre-existing conditions. Pre-existing conditions, of course, we have the red warning light. The pharmacist Keith and I came up with a CD. It's just, I don't know, maybe 6 months old. It's called the red warning light. It goes into the pre-existing conditions. It sets you up for a bad outcome if you get the COVID. And so you want to get a hold of that CD also, the red warning light. And guess what? You will be able to ward off all these infections and the bad outcomes. Okay, Doug, what pearls of wisdom do you have for us today?
Well, I've got a story here. Headline: Curry plant is a spicy Mediterranean shrub with anti-aging properties, and the flowers are used for making herbal tea. It's found that it has anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, anticoagulant, and oxalytic properties, and its essential oil is extracted and used in an aromatherapy to relieve stress and anxiety. Also used as a natural remedy for skin burns and fungal infections, cough, and fever. Italian researchers reported another use for the plant. Apart from identifying the active components in it, they found that the oil has biological properties that can deter skin aging. This was all published in the Journal of Medicinal Food, and they analyzed the phytochemical composition, and they went on to say that they found that the curry plant essential oil inhibited the activities of 2 important enzymes, collagenase and elastinase, and those are the first ones are responsible for breaking down collagen. The second one is an enzyme that has special cells in the pancreas to facilitate breakdown of proteins, fats, and carbohydrates, plays a huge role in wrinkle formation. So there you go. Supplement with that.
Well, thank you. And, of course, we have a whole division of these aromatherapy oils. And, of course, the book Passport to Aromatherapy goes into the diseases that can be managed with these oils and the diseases that are reversed and prevented with these oils. And again, we have a whole division with these oils in them. So we must have at least, 50, 60 different products in our aromatherapy oil division. And of course, the book is Passport to Aromatherapy. And so if people are not familiar with that, and I really appreciate you bringing that stuff up, because it has been around for thousands of years. These are, time-tested things in big countries that use a lot of herbal stuff like India and Asia and so forth, China. So, thank you. We'll be back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call us toll-free, 888-379-2552, or call us on the 831-685-1080 number. Lines open.
Many believe that all life began in the Earth's oceans. We do know that the oceans and seas are still abundant with life and life-sustaining nutrients. Many cultures have long believed in the life-giving properties of plants and sea life harvested from the oceans. Youngevity's Ocean's Gold is a proprietary blend of seaweeds, algae, mosses, kelp, sea cucumbers, and sea minerals, as well as coenzyme Q10, calcium, and iron, all designed to help support healthy thyroid function, regular heartbeat, normal weight, mood stabilization, and hormone levels. Take advantage of life-sustaining nutrients from the Earth's oceans with Youngevity's Ocean's Gold. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
If weight loss is your goal, try Youngevity Slender FX Keto Caramel Weight Management Bars and Shake. Designed to enhance any low carbohydrate or low glycemic diet by supplying the energizing and filling protein dieters need without unhealthy excess carbs, a keto diet known for its low carb intake, pushing the body to produce ketones from fat. Used as energy, a state known as ketosis, by using fat, not carbohydrates, as fuel in this metabolic state. A keto diet supports and promotes healthy weight management. For optimal health, with this system, you should be able to lose 1 to 2 pounds each day. So, what are you waiting for? Start helping people today with your own home-based business.
You've listened to...
If your doctor is telling you that you can get all the nutrients you need to stay healthy, well, that's just wrong. Dr. Joel Wallach has identified 90 essential nutrients that the human body needs to thrive. Crops only need 3 nutrients to thrive, so where does your doctor think the other 87 nutrients come from? They don't. So if you're not supplementing, you're starving your body. Youngevity's Beyond Tangy Tangerine will get you a long way down the road to getting those 90 essential nutrients. Beyond Tangy Tangerine contains plant-derived minerals combined with vitamins, amino acids, and other beneficial nutrients. Beyond Tangy Tangerine is a balanced and complete daily supplement. So if you want to give your body the nutrients it needs, order Beyond Tangy Tangerine today. Contact your local Youngevity associate to order this product, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity 95 Crusade. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Again, that's toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. And, Shar, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay. Now, since we came out with that book, It's All in Your Head, which goes into osteoporosis of the skull, do you think we're seeing more osteoporosis of the skull, or we're just recognizing it better?
No, we're just recognizing it. It made me aware of it, definitely.
Yeah, I think you're right, because that's been around for a long time. And, of course, the ear, nose, and throat doctors and hearing doctors and balance doctors, doctors who deal with all kinds of brain issues, everything from dementia to Parkinson's disease and ALS and so forth. And then there's people with all kinds of dental problems, and they have hearing problems. They have tinnitus, ringing in the ears. They have trigger fingers. They have AFib, all this kind of stuff. Those are all due to osteoporosis in the skull. There's 25 different diseases you get from osteoporosis of the skull. And I just scratched my head, Charmaine, and why is it that you and I have never heard a medical doctor talk about that in the 30 years we've been working together? We've never heard a medical doctor send anybody to us or send anybody to the hospital and say, look, you got osteoporosis of the skull, we got to do this. I've never heard that. Why do you think doctors don't deal with it?
Because I don't think they really know that much about it personally, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think they're getting taught that in school.
No.
And so I don't know if they do that just so that the doctors can make some money in their specialties, or they're just ignorant. But this is a case where self-help really has to jump in here, because there's such a high, people we talk to, age is not a factor. And of course people say, oh, you got to understand, senile dementia, you're 70 years old, you're getting old. No, this is osteoporosis of the skull, okay? And and they're just blaming it on age.
Right. No, it's not age.
Yeah. And so all these things are osteoporosis of the skull. What percentage do you see get better just from a dietary change in a supplement program?
Well, I would guess if just from a dietary change in supplements, if they're really serious and they really watch it, I would say 95% should gain at least 95% or more.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's very high. It's 95 to 100%.
Yeah.
And even things that doctors blame on heart issues like atrial fibrillation. They want to do an ablation. They want to anesthetize you, cut your chest open, and put a hot iron on your heart to stop the irregular beat. It's just the skull squeezing the 10th cranial nerve, the vagus nerve, which causes the AFib. I always say, well, give us 90 days before you go do your ablation there, because ablation kills, and the diet and the supplement program, 95% of the time is going to get rid of the AFib, because it's a nutritional disease secondary to the gluten thing. So you got to get rid of gluten and supplement properly, and here's a supplement program, and so on. And we see so many of these. It's just crazy. And just think of all the people who have died before that book came out, Charmaine, from just simple osteoporosis of the skull. It's just amazing. But thank you, dear, for all the good things you do. You're an angel, because you know that stuff and you employ it. Thank you so much. We'll be back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call between noon and 1 Pacific at 831-685-1080, toll free 888-379-2552.
Listen to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach.
If you're looking for a quality multivitamin and mineral product, grab yourself Longevity's Beyond Tangy Tangerine, a blend of plant-derived minerals combined with vitamins, amino acids, and other beneficial nutrients. This all-natural product contains no starch, wheat, or yeast, with no artificial sweeteners or preservatives, and it's glycemic friendly. Each scoop of the NutriCrystals contain equal amounts of all the nutrients. It starts out as a liquid, then is freeze-dried to ensure each scoop has the same nutrients as the last scoop. So if you want to get your hands on a quality nutritional supplement designed to give the body the raw materials it needs to rebuild, Longevity's Beyond Tangy Tangerine is available in 1-pound canisters and also in 30-count on-the-go stick packs. Contact your local Longevity associate and get this great multivitamin and mineral product, and don't forget to ask about the home-based business opportunity.
When was the last time you watched your home movies? Do you have a VCR anymore? What about a film projector? With technology constantly changing, most families don't have a way to enjoy their recorded memories, trapped on VHS, camcorder tapes, film reels, and photos.
That's why we created Legacy Box over a decade ago. Legacy Box is an affordable mailed-in kit to have your aging media digitized to DVD, thumb drive, or the cloud. Our trained technicians digitize everything by hand right here in the U.S.
Imagine being able to easily relive weddings, graduations, baby's first steps, and more. Get started future-proofing your memories today so you can gather the whole family together and begin the trip down memory lane. Plus, for a limited time, we're offering 40% off.
Visit legacybox.com/lbox to get an exclusive 40% off. Buy today to take advantage of this incredible offer and send in when you're ready. Go to legacybox.com/lbox to save 40% off. legacybox.com/lbox.
If you're looking for a quality multivitamin and mineral product, grab yourself Youngevity's Beyond Tangy Tangerine, a blend of plant-derived minerals combined with vitamins, amino acids, and other beneficial nutrients. This all-natural product contains no starch, wheat, or yeast, with no artificial sweeteners or preservatives, and it's glycemic friendly. Each scoop of the NutriCrystals contain equal amounts of all the nutrients. It starts out as a liquid, then is freeze-dried to ensure each scoop has the same nutrients as the last scoop. So if you want to get your hands on a quality nutritional supplement designed to give the body the raw materials it needs to rebuild, Youngevity's Beyond Tangy Tangerine is available in 1-pound canisters and also in 30-count on-the-go stick packs. Contact your local Youngevity associate and get this great multivitamin and mineral product, and don't forget to ask about the home-based business opportunity.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity 95 Crusade. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Again, that's toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. And these times of the COVID pandemic, don't forget, if you're being sexually active, you need to take your vitamins and minerals, take your supplement program, and stay away from gluten so you can do maximum absorption. Remember, there are no genetically transmitted birth defects. Okay, all birth defects, other than ones that, are caused by viruses early in pregnancy or maybe poisons early in pregnancy, 99% of all birth defects are caused by nutritional deficiency of the embryo. So it's your responsibility to take prenatal vitamin, You can be the Youngevity heavy hammers right now, because you're going to help yourself with the pandemic and also protect any babies you might create, because guess what? Those embryos require all these nutrients, so let's not have a whole barnyard full of babies with birth defects because everybody was so busy worried about the COVID they forgot to take their supplements, and we have all these birth defects. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Florida. And Kim, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
So, Kim, you're on the air.
Hi, Dr. Wallach.
Hi.
I have, I'm going to do it as fast as I can. First of all, I'll tell you I'm 5'6", and I weigh 135. Okay. And I've been doing your products for a year, on and off. And the reason why it's off is because for some reason I've had some digestive issues, and the tangerine can sometimes aggravate it. I was told I kind of have like acid reflux, but in the colon. So that if I drink water all day and I don't eat, eventually my stomach will start to feel icky because I haven't had food.
Let's stop there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do you have any skin issues, any eczema, dermatitis, psoriasis, or rosacea?
I do, but I need to back up for a second. My main reason for calling is because I got myself adjusted in the neck. My atlas was way off, and once he adjusted me 3 adjustments ago, it just really set my stomach off. And then the next thing I know, my right leg that has had varicose vein issues just really got triggered off, and I have 2 issues. I have a what they call, I guess, called the collapse vein, where your veins kind of bubbling out.
Okay.
And then as I sit in the car, I have burning behind my thigh.
I got it. Okay, Charmaine, one last question. I'm assuming, because you didn't mention it, I'm assuming you don't have diabetes or high blood pressure.
I have had a little history of the high blood pressure, but not diabetes. I'm not taking any medicine. I do have.
Okay. It's just yes or no. It's just yes or no. Okay. Then let's see here. Do you have any respiratory problems? Any asthma, bronchitis, COPD, or hiccups?
No.
Do you have any ringing in your ears or balance problems?
I've had hiccups.
Okay. Do you have any ringing in your ears or balance?
Yes.
Tinnitus. Okay. Charmaine, what's going on here?
She has osteoporosis of the skull, so I don't know if adjusting her is going to help. She's got to get that straightened out.
Well, she got a colon problem. What's going on there?
Well, she's probably eating things that she shouldn't be eating, like gluten.
Yeah, she got a gluten. She got a gluten problem. She got a gluten problem. Okay, she got skin issues. She got vein issues, high blood pressure. She got hiccups, which is the squeezing of the 10th cranial nerve, or the recurrent branch which goes to the diaphragm by osteoporosis of the skull. And the gut thing is a gluten issue. So what would you tell her to do dietary-wise and supplement-wise? Well, hang on, Kim. We'll be back with you and give you the program after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call between noon and 1 Pacific at 831-685-1080. Toll free, 888-379-2552.
Hi, registered pharmacist Ben Fuchs here. I've been studying healthy bodies for 35 years, and what I've got to tell you may shock and surprise you, but if you listen up, it may change your life. Drug companies are always looking for new ways to push their products. In the case of statins, the anti-cholesterol cardiovascular medication so beloved by drug companies and doctors who liberally dispense them to the tune of $30 billion annually, the search has been on to take advantage of their toxic effects as a novel way to kill cancer cells. So it came as no surprise when researchers at the University of Pittsburgh concluded that cholesterol-lowering statin drugs may be able to mitigate the metastases or spreading of various cancerous tumors. The discovery is being explored as a way of creating new cancer treatments based on the mechanism of action of the statins, namely their ability to stop cells from making cholesterol. What these researchers are saying is that statin drugs not only poison cholesterol-making processes taking place inside of cells, they ultimately poison the cells themselves. In this case, their ability to get around. In other words, the scientists are basically concluding that statin drugs are cytotoxic, or toxic to cells. True, the studied effects were chemotherapy. They were demonstrated on cells that were cancerous, but because all cells need cholesterol, it's somewhat obvious that the same kind of toxicity will occur in healthy ones too. So if you're concerned about cancer and metastases, one day you may have to take a statin drug. But if you're not sick and want to stay that way, and if you value the health of your cells, you might want to think twice about whether you really want to take that cytotoxic statin. Your cells will be grateful. Pharmacist Ben here, urging you to go to kscohealth.com to order Beyond Tangy Tangerine, the Healthy Start Pack, and other nutritional supplements that I personally use and recommend. You can purchase these premium quality products at wholesale prices online at kscohealth.com. That's kscohealth.com. I'm a pharmacist that believes that staying healthy and strong is not only about medicine, it's about giving your body the raw materials it needs to do its work. Go to kscohealth.com. Make sure you check out the cool videos, too, at kscohealth.com. That's kscohealth.com.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Longevity 95 Crusade. And Doug, let's go right back to Florida and Kim. Okay, Charmaine, what diet would you put Kim on, and what supplement program would you give her at 135 pounds?
Well, a gluten-free diet, of course. No wheat, barley, rye, or oats, no fried foods, no burnt animal fat, and no oils of any kind. That'll help a lot already. And then I'd get her on a healthy bone and joint pack, but I would add selenium, MSM, vitamin D3 for absorption, and I would add the fucoid Z also. And
okay, and this would be also, did you say Ultimate Daily Classic tablets for the high blood pressure?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, she needs 3 of those twice a day. Mm-hmm. And the MSM. That's going to help her skin. That's going to help her skull. Okay, vitamin D3, that's going to help her bones and her joints and cartilage and ligaments and tendons and her skull. The hiccups are very common when people get osteoporosis of the skull, squeezing the recurrent branch of the 10th cranial nerve, which goes to the diaphragm and causes hiccups. Okay, very dramatic. Varicose veins, white hair, are caused by a deficiency of a particular nutrient, and that particular nutrient deficiency also results in ruptured aneurysms in the brain and aorta and coronary arteries and things like that. So it's imperative to take this program and get away from gluten so you can maximize absorption. Call us every couple of weeks and give us a progress report, because the array of things you have here, Kim, is very common in middle-aged people. It's not an aging thing, okay? It's a very simple combination of malabsorption because of the gluten and lack of nutrition because of incomplete supplementation. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Ohio. And Debra, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Debra, you're on the air.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. Okay, how can we help you?
I have a cat. Kind of wandered into my life a few years ago. So he doesn't have any front or back nails. He had a collar that skin had grown over it. I took it off. He had a harness under his left leg, and I took that off and took care of him. And he's been here ever since. And he didn't have no ID or a chip or anything. I think he weighs like 7 or 8 pounds. He looks like he has a little bit of coon cat in him. He's pretty long-haired. What he's been doing is, I noticed over the summer, he was squatting a lot, like he was going to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
But when I go over and check, there was nothing there, so I put my hand on it. There was nothing really wet. So I've been bringing him in the house, and he's pretty good in the house. But what he does is he goes to the litter box, but he slips in, goes to the bathtub, and I find blood drop.
Yeah.
And
okay.
I've been trying to get a vet,
this is a male,
but they
right?
won't look at him. Yeah, he's male.
Okay.
And
so
he's been neutered.
You say he weighs
apparently.
8 pounds. You say he weighs 8 pounds.
He weighs about 7 to 8 pounds. He's pretty hairy.
Okay, so get your pen and paper ready.
I'm ready.
See here. Make sure he's getting cat food, whether it's dry or canned, that has the vitamins and minerals added to it. Read the label. Make sure there's no gluten. There's no wheat, butter, or oats in the cat food. And then, Charmaine, what would you give? You're a cat girl. You got Charlie's big cat, 10 pounds or so. What would you do for Deborah's cat?
I give him Arthrodex and the EFA.
Okay, the Arthrodex, yeah. It's 1 scoop for 20 pounds of body weight, so I'd give him a half a scoop mixed in with his food of the Arthrodex crystals. And then Char's exactly right. I'd go ahead and give him, start out with 2 of those EFA pluses, which are made from fish oils, and your cat will just love it. And then call us every couple of weeks and let us know how things are going, and we'll walk you guys through this. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Boston, Massachusetts. And John, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Well, John, you're on the air. How can we help you, sir?
Yes, hi. I'm doing a research paper on atmospheric gases, and part of it contains algae as a sink for CO2. And I remember you talking about the problem there is with the dams blocking the silt from entering the oceans.
That is correct.
And from the algae being able to grow. Do you have a CD on that or a research
Yes,
paper?
I actually have a DVD. I have a research paper and a DVD. I was one of the featured speakers in 2019 at the Tesla annual meeting. So you can go to their website and get my paper. It's called A Prescription for Mother Earth. Goes into great detail, okay, and of the story. And then, of course, there's a DVD with all my slides of my presentation. So, yeah, thank you for being interested. And I'm working on the reefs, okay, because reefs are heavily impacted when the algae doesn't get all the nutrition it needs. And I studied 5 papers, and I think a couple of them are in the references in that paper I did for Tesla, from marine biologists who are doing their PhDs on the nutrition of algae. Algae requires 17 minerals to be able to convert carbon dioxide gas to carbon compounds. And the reason why the carbon dioxide is going up in the air is not because of fossil fuels. It's because we cut off the food supply to the ocean. The algae, which is the biggest plant mass on Earth, is in the ocean. And the algae and the seaweed cannot get enough nutrition to consume the carbon dioxide. So the carbon dioxide is going up, not because of fossil fuels, because the algae doesn't have enough nutrition. It's kind of like when people have a nutritional deficiency causing arthritis, people don't die. They just are painful and can't get around very well and have other issues. They can be nutritionally deficient for 30, 40 years and have arthritis. The same way with the algae. The ocean's not going to die overnight, but I'm working on a paper now. It's called The Dams to follow up with the prescription for Mother Earth. And so we're working in several countries on that. And so I hope to have a big paper on that either by the end of this year or certainly by early next year. So thank you for your interest. And, keep us informed of what you're doing. We do have our Bloomin' Minerals. And, of course, if you have small farm or small hill creeks and little tributaries that go into bigger rivers, you want to use our Bloomin' Minerals, which is our 75 plant minerals in 40-pound bags. So you can, throw a couple of coffee cans full of that in the water every day, and that will definitely help there in little local things around the farm ponds and that kind of thing. Okay?
Okay. Do you have an email that I could send information to?
Yeah, what you want to do is when I get off of here, Doug will give you all that.
Okay.
Okay, and so because I tend not to remember all those things, I do too many different radio things. I'll give out the wrong one, so I'll let him give you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, John.
Thank you
for your interest, and I appreciate you being interested in that project. Yep, very much. Thank you. All right. Let's see here. We got time to start another one.
We're just about at break time.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and remind everybody about that Tesla work. When you cut off the food supply, we have 1 million it's ironic. We have 1 million hydroelectric dams damming up the rivers, which to make electricity, and we cut off the food supply to the ocean, and so the carbon is going up because we cut off the food supply to the algae and the seaweed that's necessary for them to convert carbon dioxide gas into carbon compounds, and it's because we're making electricity. And so we have a system by which we're going to be able to get that silt from behind those dams, on the downriver side of those dams, so we can get to the ocean. And we're very excited about that. There's 1 million of those hydroelectric dams around the world right now. There's 2 million regular dams just for water control and irrigation. We've cut off the food supply to the ocean is the problem, and it is not fossil fuel. When all the cars are gone, guess what? There's still going to have problems with the carbon dioxide unless we deal with that issue. Back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network.
The antioxidants found in many fruits and vegetables are known to help support and promote good health. Research has also shown that dark chocolate, once known as the food of the gods, is rich in healthy nutrients. In fact, dark chocolate is higher in antioxidant content than any other food. Youngevity has combined a proprietary blend of velvety rich dark chocolate with whole fruit pulp and whole fruit juice extracts from mangosteen, goji or wolfberry, acai berry, and cherry, along with vitamins and minerals, producing a smooth, rich, delectable concentrate called Cocogevity. It tastes so great, I sometimes drink it right out of the bottle or pour it over ice cream. Cocogevity is highly bioavailable, meaning your body will absorb and make use of all of these healthy nutrients. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
If you're looking for a quality multivitamin and mineral product, grab yourself Longevity's Beyond Tangy Tangerine, a blend of plant-derived minerals combined with vitamins, amino acids, and other beneficial nutrients. This all-natural product contains no starch, wheat, or yeast, with no artificial sweeteners or preservatives, and it's glycemic friendly. Each scoop of the NutriCrystals contain equal amounts of all the nutrients. It starts out as a liquid, then is freeze-dried to ensure each scoop has the same nutrients as the last scoop. So if you want to get your hands on a quality nutritional supplement designed to give the body the raw materials it needs to rebuild, Longevity's Beyond Tangy Tangerine is available in 1-pound canisters and also in 30-count on-the-go stick packs. Contact your local Longevity associate and get this great multivitamin and mineral product, and don't forget to ask about the home-based business opportunity. If weight loss is your goal, try Longevity's Slender FX Keto Caramel Weight Management Bars and Shake. Designed to enhance any low-carbohydrate or low-glycemic diet by supplying the energizing and filling protein dieters need without unhealthy excess carbs, a keto diet known for its low-carb intake, pushing the body to produce ketones from fat, used as energy, a state known as ketosis, by using fat, not carbohydrates, as fuel in this metabolic state. A keto diet supports and promotes healthy weight management for optimal health. With this system, you should be able to lose 1 to 2 pounds each day. So, what are you waiting for? Start helping people today with your own home-based business.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Longevity 95 Crusade. And, Doug, let's go to callers or emails.
All right, let's head to Santa Cruz, California. And Shirley, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Shirley, you're on the air. How can we help you?
Yes, I have a question, Doc, I don't want to get the shot, but I have the Johnson & Johnson on the 8th of this month, so I could see my granddaughter up in Portland, and she's still going to keep me she'll be 5 months old before I get up there in July. Anyway, the thing I'm calling about, I'm on all your products. I'm doing well on them, but I'm 74. I have this ring finger on the right hand all of a sudden started getting stiff like when it was broken 2 or 3 years ago. And a friend's got me on quinine water or quercetin and zinc and D3 and all these extra nutrients to combat what all the garbage is in the Johnson & Johnson shot. But I'm exercising it a lot. It's getting a little better, but it just like overnight it went stiff, and I can't figure out.
Let me ask you a couple of questions.
Sure.
Okay. Do you have any ringing in the ears, any tinnitus or ringing in the ears?
No.
Do you have any balance problems?
No.
Okay. Do you have any skin problems?
Yeah, I have lots of pre-cancer. They've been working on me up at Stanford, and my arms are healing, and they cut into some stuff in the leg.
Okay. Do you have any bowel problems? Constipation, diarrhea, irritable bowel syndrome, celiac disease?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. Do you have any lung problems? Asthma, COPD, hiccups?
No. I had hip replacements back in 2015, so however many years ago, 5 years ago or more.
Okay, so you did have some osteoporosis and arthritis back then. Okay.
Oh yeah. And I'm taking all the.
Well, how much do you weigh? What's your body weight, Shirley?
I'm about 135 now, I think, and I'm 5'5". I've lost 2 inches.
All right. Okay, Charmaine. Oh, you shrunk 2 inches. Okay.
Yeah, I've shrunk 2 inches. I used to be almost.
Okay.
5'7".
Yeah. That can cause squeezing of the spinal nerves within your neck, your back, upper back, lower back, and can cause pain and peripheral neuropathies in your toes and fingers and wrists and arms and legs and ankles and so forth. That's the cause of peripheral neuropathies when you shrink that much. So, Charmaine, what would you do for Shirley? She's 135 pounds. She shrunk 2 inches, and she's got a finger that's doing something weird, and she had 2 hip replacements. What would you do for her?
I would get her on a healthy bone and joint pack, and I would add to that the Ultimate Daily Classic, the selenium, the MSM, and vitamin D3 for absorption, and I think I'd give her some Fucoid Z also, because that will help.
Yeah, Fucoid Z, you can take 3 of those twice a day, 2 bottles a month. The MSM, 1 bottle a month, take 3 of those twice a day, and that'll support and promote maintenance repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae, bone makes your bone itself. You might even regain some of that 2 inches you've lost. You can regrow those discs. And the finger thing may be, again, a neck or upper back spinal nerves being squeezed because the vertebrae are getting closer together because you shrunk 2 inches. Okay, so that's all part of the thing, peripheral neuropathy stuff. And, Shar got you on the Healthy Bone and Joint Pack. I'd go ahead and, take a half a dose of everything twice a day. I'd take those MSM, 1 bottle of that, take 3 of those twice a day, vitamin D3, 3 of those twice a day. And then call us every couple of weeks and let us know what's going on, because these things can resolve very quickly if you're doing exactly the right thing. If you're hitting the bullseye, repair and resolution of symptoms occurs very quickly. But you got to be rid of all the bad stuff. That's going to help you also with this coronavirus thing. Get your immune system up running good. No fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, no butter, no sugar. And the Fucoid Z, I'd go ahead and get 2 bottles of that. It's their capsules. You can take 3 of those twice a day, and they will support your immune system. But they also give your bone marrow what it needs to make antibodies and white blood cells, red blood cells, and platelets, so you can fight and kill the virus. Because at your age and with these sort of pre-existing conditions, you're at a little higher risk for the bad outcome from the corona. Well, thank you, everybody. Great stuff today. Really, really good stuff. Thank you so much, Charmaine. Super job as usual. Thank you so much, Doug. Superlative job as usual. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our troops. God bless our Navy SEALs. God bless the American flag. God bless our national anthem. And God bless America.